What is up, everybody? How's it going? Austin Prechtelevate Performance, coming at you live. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope you are having a good day so far. We are going to jump into this in just a second. Today, we're going to be talking about why setting boundaries is so damn important to getting shit done. To getting shit done when it comes to your fitness journey, when it comes to your weight loss journey, when it comes to finding that time, not finding that time, but making that time for your own self care. Setting like firm boundaries is an important part of that process. And if you are, able to do and take seriously what I say and apply it to your own life, you're gonna have a much easier time when it comes to reaching your goals because you're gonna be doing the shit that you need to do and getting it done to actually make it happen for yourself. So, as you're tuning in, let me know how your day is going. Feel free to drop some fire emojis, give this video a like before we get things rolling. That way I know that you see it, helps other people see it as well. But yeah, let's jump into it. And before I do though, day one of the 4-day Hollow Slate Challenge was yesterday. It was awesome, honestly. So awesome, so exciting, so inspired to see all of these people, taking this seriously, taking their own fitness journey, taking their own nutrition journeys seriously, and coming together to learn about some cool shit, to win some prizes, to support each other, to get some workouts done, and yeah, it's just been a good time. It's been a good time so far. We got a great group of people, which I'm always stoked for, just to give as much as I can, especially during the holiday season, and put more good out there, put some positivity out there, help people out. So that's what we're doing. But let's jump into the topic for today, and it is setting boundaries, right? Setting boundaries, setting firm boundaries, so that way you can get shit done. And this comes from a place of respecting yourself, right? Respecting yourself, and having like a bare minimum of what you're willing to tolerate in your life to reach that next level. Because if you do not have firm boundaries, if you do not set boundaries for yourself in life in general, one, you're going to be a lot less happy because you're going to be doing a bunch of shit that you don't ever want to do. And two, you're not going to have that time set aside to actually reach your goals and give yourself the time for that self-care when it comes to your workouts or when it comes to your nutrition. Because a number one like complaint, like this has got to be in the top two or three things that I hear all the time from parents, especially from moms, especially if you're either a busy working mom or you're a busy stay-at-home mom, like not have enough time. I hear it all the time. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time to work out. I don't have enough time to work out. I don't have, I'm so busy with the kids all day. Either, I'm so spread thin all the time that I am exhausted and I don't have the energy to do it at the end of the day, even if I do have the time. And so there's that common theme of time being the issue when it comes to your goals, when it comes to not doing what needs to be done to reach your goals, and that's a major struggle. And so one thing I will say is your time is precious. Whether you believe it or not, your time is precious. My time is precious. It is the thing that I honestly value the most when it comes to my life, my business, like just in general. My time is super freaking precious. I am selfish with my time. I am proud to admit that. I'm selfish with my time. I'm selfish with my time for myself, my self care, for my family, for my business. And I am not willing to compromise that shit because you only get so much of it in your life. And if you are not taking it seriously, if you're not valuing it, and you're not respecting your own time, you're not gonna take things seriously. You're not gonna be able to get as much shit done as you need to get done to actually reach your goals. And so, one, first and foremost, your time is precious. Whether I don't care if you are a fucking CEO of a Fortune 500 company, their time's precious. But your time is just as precious too. If you don't have a job, if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you homeschool, if you are if you are a teacher at an elementary, it does not freaking matter. Your time is just as valuable, right? So start setting that precedent for yourself that your time is valuable and that your time matters. And if there are people in your life that don't respect your time, which is what we're going to talk about in a second, they can get the fuck out of your life if I'm being honest. And so they don't deserve your time. So two. No is a powerful word, right? No is a very powerful word, and that is something that I want to emphasize here. You do not have to do shit that you don't want to do. You don't have to do shit that you don't want to do. You're an adult, right? Like obviously there are things that we have to do on a daily basis, like go to work, raise our kids, things like that, that we choose to do. We chose either to have kids or we chose to, be working this job to support ourselves and things like that. But at the end of the day, everything that we do is a choice, right? And no is a powerful word that you can use to make decisions for yourself, right? To set boundaries, to draw a firm line in the sand and say, like, I have a limit. I have like um, a water line or whatever you want to call it in the sand, and I'm not going to let anybody pass that boundary. And if they do pass that boundary, there's going to be repercussions for it, right? We set boundaries for ourselves, for our families, right? We set boundaries for ourselves for how we let others treat us. A lot of times, we set boundaries for ourselves. Maybe when it comes to, like, your extended family, right? If you are not doing that, you need to be, right? Because one, it's a matter of respecting yourself and respecting your time. And no is a powerful word. No is a powerful word. Being able to tell somebody no, or being able to tell anything or any situation, no, I don't want to do that. If you really don't want to do it, is so powerful because one, it's going to save you a shit ton of time, and you're not going to be running around doing shit that you don't care about, which is draining your mental energy and draining your happiness, right? And two, you're protecting your time. You're affirming to yourself that I deserve respect. My time matters, and because of that, you're just strengthening that over time. So no is a powerful word. If you don't want to do something, you don't have to fucking do it. You're an adult. You don't have to do it. Like, you don't. A lot of times people feel like they're indebted into certain things just because either if it's a family member or they've been doing something for so long that they have to keep doing it, or whatever, or that just because that's the expectation. Like, no, like, you don't have to. If there is something that I truthfully do not want to do, you can bet your freaking ass I am not doing it. Period. I'm not, because I respect my time, and I'm not going to waste my time doing shit that I don't want to do, because my life is precious, my time is precious, your time is precious, your life is precious. Don't waste it doing shit that you don't care about or don't want to do. Obviously, there are periods of time where it's something that may not be fun, or it's a task that needs to get done that is going to be a stepping stone to getting to where you want to be, because it's ultimately something that you care about. I'm not saying that don't do that, but what I am saying is that if you get invited to go out to eat with family, or you get invited to go out to eat with like friends or something like that, or people like from work, and you don't like care about it, like, don't fucking go. Don't feel obligated. Don't let people make you feel obligated to do things that you don't want to do, right? Like, set a firm boundary. We set firm boundaries with people in our lives that are maybe like even grandparents, or like cousins, or aunts or uncles. Like, we set boundaries with that, for like with how we expect them to treat us, or treat our family, or treat our kids whenever they're visiting, and things like that. You set boundaries with your parents with that kind of stuff too. It's like, this is what is acceptable and this is what is not, and sometimes people have a hard time doing that. But you need to be doing this exact thing that I'm talking about when it comes to your fitness journey, right? You need to be able to say no, to protect your time. Because a lot of times people will say yes to everything that's going on in their lives, like, because when somebody comes with them with a problem, or they come to them with something that, like, that they have the expectation that this person's going to help them out, like, you can say no to people and protect your time. And in doing so, you're going to have more time to actually do the things that you care about, like being on a fitness journey, like doing your workouts, like tracking your nutrition or prepping your food and things like that. Like, if those things matter to you, and if those things are self-care for you, you need to do them. You need to protect that time. The other thing, right? If you have a partner, right, you have to be on the same page. You have to have a strong line of open communication with your partner, if this is applicable, right? You need to have a strong line of communication, because you guys need to be on the same team, right? You need to be on the same team. You need to be supporting each other and willing to help each other out, so that way you can both get the self-care that you need. You need to take turns, right? You need to take turns, or you need to cooperate and tackle the yeah, hell yeah, how's it going? How's it going? I see on Instagram. And just like, like, you need to protect your time. Like, you guys need to help each other out. You need to support each other. This is like, if you're a family unit, like, if you've got kids, like, especially for a lot of the parents out there, I'm gonna keep it parent centric, just because that's who I primarily work with and like to help out with this stuff. But, like, you need to set those boundaries with your partner as well, and say, hey, like, I need you to, help me out with these things, and I'm going to help you, and in turn, I'm going to help you out. This is a mutualism. This is a relationship where we support each other. It's 50-50. And I say this to my clients a lot of times too. Like, I will never, in the coach client relationship, I will always be there to carry my share. I will carry my 50 bricks, right? But I will never carry 51. I will never carry 51 because once that happens, I care about your goals more than you care about your goals. And the same thing goes for a relationship. If you're in a healthy relationship, and oftentimes it can get tough, right? Like there are times where like finding the balance can get a little shifted, but then you refocus, you have open communication, you fix it. But if you don't have that right now with your partner, and if you guys are fighting all the time, and they're getting way more self care time than you're getting, like, and it's consistently like that, and you're not doing anything about it, you're not saying anything about it, like, that's on you, right? One, that's on you. You're putting yourself in that situation by not respecting your own time, by not having them respect your time. And I'm going to be honest too, and this is unfortunately like it happens in both cases. There are definitely there are definitely women who do this too, but primarily, and I've seen it time and time again, a lot of you are in relationships with giant man babies who can't fucking take care of themselves and can't do shit and can't help with the kids and can't do all this other stuff. And because of that, you're carrying way more than 50 bricks. You're carrying way more than 50 fucking bricks. And I'm not saying it's just men, but a lot of times it is. And I'm just saying this from a place of like if you want to reach your goals, you need to respect your own damn time, and you need to make people respect your time. And if they are not willing to respect your time or your self-care time, then there needs to be repercussions for it. There needs to be repercussions for it in the sense that maybe that's not a good relationship, right? I hate to say it, but maybe that's not a good relationship, right? You need to prioritize yourself in a sense. And again, that whole 50-50 like concept, like it will sway sometimes, but if it's leaning way more in one direction than the other, like you're in a shitty relationship, and I hate to say it, but and that's on you for being in that relationship. Like again, nobody can make you fucking do anything. And you need to respect your time, and you need to respect those boundaries. And if your partner can't respect those boundaries, and you're not being obnoxiously selfish about it, like having like a half hour to an hour a day to be able to go get a workout in is not selfish. It is not. You need that self-care time, and it's important that you get that. And your partner, it's important for them too. But if they're getting way more than you are, that's not fair, right? That's not fair. But you're letting it not be fair by staying either in the relationship or staying in this like box, and not getting out of your comfort zone and creating that boundary and that line in the sand, and by saying no, right? I mean, it's one of those things, like, and I see it all the time. Like, it's just like all these people in relationships that are just like, it's like, what what do you, no wonder like you're not, you don't have the fucking time to take care of yourself, because you're too busy literally taking care of everybody else and not setting that boundary for yourself. Like what are you doing? Like no wonder. Like, but that's on you. At the end of the day, that is on you, because you have to respect your time enough to tell the other people to respect your time, because nobody's going to respect you unless you respect yourself first and foremost, right? You have to have enough self-respect to get respect. So yeah, so you got to stand up for yourself and stand up for your own self-care, and stop putting yourself on the back burner. As I see it over and over and over again, all these fucking women taking care of these giant fucking man babies that that don't help with the kids, that don't help clean the house or anything like that, that don't help with any of that shit. And it's like, no, yeah, no wonder you're carrying 99 of the bricks and they're carrying one. And it's like, I get it if you're, if you're like stay at home, partner, like if you're a stay at home partner, like that's fine. But at the end of the day, like you need your self care still. Like yeah, you may like being a stay at home parent's a full time job too. Like taking care of kids at home is a full time job just as much as working. I've done both. I know. And just to go on a little rant, if your husband or partner who does go and work and comes home and doesn't help with any of the shit afterwards, and doesn't allow you that time to give you your self care time that you need, they're being very selfish. And I will say that they're being very selfish, and you need to set those boundaries and work on communicating that. And if they won't listen and they won't respect your time, they don't deserve your time. Sorry, but that I'm not a relationship coach by any means, but this is just simple shit that a lot of times, over time it slowly, gets to be that point, and then you're like, well, fuck, like, I'm carrying 99 of the bricks, and now I don't have time for my self care. Yeah, you need to drop some of those bricks. You need to drop some of those bricks, and So, and this, and at the end of the day, you have to carve out the time, right? You have to carve out that time. You don't make time. You don't put it at the end of the day and say, I'll get to it later. No, you put it in your fucking schedule. You say, 9 a.m., that's when I'm going to the gym. 9 a.m., that's when I'm going to work out. 8 a.m., that's when I'm meal prepping or whatever it may be. Or 7:30 in the morning, that's where I'm going to the gym. That's my gym time from 7:30 to 8:30. That's when I'm doing it every single day. It's built into my schedule, so that way it's guaranteed to get done way fucking more often than saying, oh, I'm gonna try and fit it at the end of the day. If I get the house clean, I get all this other stuff done, or once I get home from work, if it was an easy day on me, I have the energy, then I'll no. Put it in your fucking schedule and get it done, because otherwise it's not gonna get done. And you're gonna keep putting yourself on the back burner. It's just how it is. So if you care about it, put it in there. If you truly care about it, you will find the time. You will make the time. And I've done tons of lives on being better with your time management. I've done tons of lives on like little tips and tricks of like getting your shit done earlier in the day, creating that time at the end of the day, getting creative when your kids are eating or napping or whatever it may be. Like you have the time if you were, in a relationship where you're carrying only 50 of the bricks and not 99 of the bricks. But at the end of the day, put it in your schedule. Build that shit into your schedule and get it done. And stop making excuses for yourself. Right? Stop making excuses for yourself. And so schedule that self care. Schedule that self care. I hope this was valuable. I hope I didn't, step on too many toes or piss too many people off. But I kind of do hope I did. I hope, because there are people out there. And I know there are people out there that I'm friends with on here that are in those situations where it's like, uh, it's like what? No fucking wonder that you don't have time for self care because you're taking care of a giant man baby, or and vice versa. It can work both ways. I've seen it in both situations, but more often than not, um, you know, sorry, but hey, that's all I got for you guys today. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope that this was valuable. I hope this was helpful. Maybe this was eye opening for you. Feel free to give this video a like if you got value from it. Let me know your number one takeaway though. But respect your damn time. Carve that time out into your schedule to find that self care because it matters. But set those boundaries at the end of the day and learn to say no when you need to say no. And in doing so, you are going to have a much easier time reaching your goals in doing so. So carry this into the new year if you haven't started yet. If you haven't started yet, don't wait till the new year. Start now. If you have a question about any of this stuff, send me a message. But other than that, I hope you got value from this. If you're watching this later time, #replay. And I will talk to you all tomorrow. Later, everybody.